Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who said they wouldn't do something, and then they went and they did that thing. So I'm looking at these two cards as two different people and what they have to say. I won't let you down, and then someone else says, you let me down. So pretty quick turnaround and failure to make good on a promise. So I do think that this is likely a no contact situation. It could just be that you're, arguing and it's not like a long-term no contact thing, but this is definitely like you crossed a line. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you'd like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. I've put it in the description box below, and right below that, you can find a link to my membership details in case you want some additional content. We're going to start with the Jack-o'-lantern tarot and see what else we've got for you. What else? Queen of Swords. Sorry, Two of Swords. They look similar. And the Page of Swords in the reverse. So I have a choice. I'm at a crossroads with the Two of Swords. We know there's a choice. But with the Page of Swords in the reverse, this is somebody who is deciding to forget what they've already said, deciding to go back on their word. Six of Swords in the reverse, making things more complicated. And this is someone who knew when they were doing what they were doing that this would have consequences, right? There would be an argument, there would be maybe a breakup, there would be a change of plans. The Lovers, a choice. So the Two of Swords and the Lovers both talk about making a choice. And this choice has to do with a very strong connection, a relationship. This is probably a committed relationship, but this Hierophant can also be in terms of what somebody's like morals or principles are. You knew what you should have done, but you did the other thing. Two of Wands, which is sometimes like an alternate path, right? You knew what you should have done, but you did the other thing. And then we have the Tower. So I do feel this is like if somebody said they were going to quit drinking, the next day they went out to the bar. If someone said they were going to stop smoking, you found a pack of cigarettes in their purse the next day. This is like, okay, so you didn't really mean it when you said you were going to make that other decision. Emperor in the reverse, desire to make it seem like circumstances made it difficult for this person to make the right choice. But the reality is this is somebody who decided not to do what they said they were going to do. Well, there's the Queen of Swords. Hello, Darnell. How are you doing? So I do think that there are some harsh words being said and a sense of loss because we've got a broken promise. You told me you wouldn't do that, and then you went and did that thing. So, like, that's pretty lame, right? This is the Truth is. What else do we have? Hey, Carrie, how are you doing? Hey, Bitch Tata, what's going on? Money problems. Lack of money is causing tension. Watching you. Someone has their eye on you. Toxic, unhealthy relationship patterns. So I do think that whatever this you let me down situation is, it is exacerbated by financial difficulty. So we could have somebody who's looking for external validation because they don't feel like they bring enough to the table as far as like actual bacon, bread, whatever other words you'd like to use for cash. We could have somebody that is spending too much money on something and they said that they would stop spending that money. But we have a lot of arguing and frustration because of a pattern of behavior that is unhealthy. This is the Edgar Allan Poe. Hey, Laura. Hey, Michael. How's it going? Thank you. What else? Another Queen of Swords. Okay. And the first one. Okay, so this Queen of Swords is the individual who I think says, you let me down. The individual who chose poorly would be the Magician. Five of Cups in the reverse. A lack of remorse. Empress in the reverse. Clarifying the Emperor in the reverse. Get me out of here. Okay. Honestly, this is, for me, it's like you've crossed the line. Like the last time, I'm not doing this anymore. You really made a promise and you're out here just like breaking it. Like it's not a big deal at all. You don't seem to care. I feel like we've got a Queen of Swords who's saying, okay, well, that's it. I don't see any reason to stick around. Eight of Swords in the reverse, 10 of Swords in the reverse. If you don't want to work on things, if you don't want to do right by what you say, if there's like zero integrity over there, then I don't want anything to do with you. So I think we have this Queen of Swords saying, okay, well, if you can't keep that promise, then I'm done. I'm going to go in a different direction. And this Magician seems to feel like that wouldn't happen. They expected forgiveness. Yeah, Three of Wands in the reverse. They're shocked when their apology isn't accepted, or maybe they find out that they've been blocked. The Star. Ooh. So this Magician individual has come to expect very emotional, like caregiving energy from the Queen of Swords. But when this you let me down situation happens, going back on their promise, the Queen of Swords becomes an ice queen, becomes cold. Now let's be clear. The Queen of Swords does not need to be a woman. The Queen of Swords could be anyone, but the energy is one of, I'm not going to really let you in. I'm not interested in your lies. So this Star energy is somebody looking into the reflection. And so I feel there's a mirror energy here. You don't seem to care if you hurt me, so now I'm not going to care if I hurt you. Two of Swords. You knew when you were making a decision what you needed to do, and instead you did the thing that you said you wouldn't do. So Seven of Swords, Chariot in the reverse. Since you lied, there's no future. Since you went back on your promise, now there's like nothing to defend. Let's get a few from the Energy Oracle. What else do we have? Hey, Steven, how are you doing? What else? So we have the Thinking Man and the Storm Warning card. So number 46 and number 10. This is like someone who knows they're walking into a fight. How can I approach this conversation in a way that I avoid the argument? Well, I don't know if you really can, because this is the conversation right here. I won't let you down, and then you let me down. So I think they're trying to find a way to manipulate, because the Magician is kind of given Yeah. What is my strategy? How can I turn this not great situation into something that works for me? How can I lie about it? Fourth chakra, the heart chakra. That's what I'm saying. We have somebody's heart turning cold. I used to want to be there for you. I used to want to be supportive. But if you are going to lie to me or make promises that you're comfortable breaking, then I don't see why I should be, keeping my promises to you or prioritizing you in that way. It doesn't seem to be equitable or bi-directional. This is the cats rule the earth. What else do we have? King of Cups in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse and the moon. Wow. Yeah. Now, all of a sudden, this person who broke their promise to you is projecting their insecurities or accusing you of things because you are mirroring their energy back to them or because you have turned quiet. This is why we don't pay attention to gender in the tarot. Our Queen of Swords is also coming out with this King of Cups and reverse energy, which to me is saying we've got somebody who's turned cold or who has less emotion coursing through them because they've lost affection for this person, because this person has broken too many promises. Eight of Cups in the reverse, repeating patterns, a failure to make a change, Justice in the reverse, doing something even though you know it's wrong. Three of Swords in the reverse. We also had Ten of Swords in the reverse in this column. This is saying you're getting me to the point where now I'm starting to learn to live without you, or now I'm starting to realize there's a better way to deal with things. And I think it means you are not supposed to be in my life anymore. This is somebody whose perception of the Magician has changed drastically. So it's like, I don't ask for much. You said you would do this thing. You didn't do that thing. So like, I don't know. What am I doing here? Knight of Cups in the reverse, Page of Cups. So when they apologize, you just look at them like, oh, Because what is an apology without changed behavior? This is a bunch of yapping. It's a waste of my time. This is like, yeah, I'm really not impressed with words. You want to show somebody you're serious. There are actions that back up those words. And I don't really see any of that. Some of you don't even really have the time of day to like tell this person that. You send the message through your absence. But this person has been a wall or has not been fully transparent with you. And they're getting frustrated because they feel now that you have that like blocked energy. It's because you see them differently now. You don't want to give them any other chances. You feel that whatever has motivated them to make that decision is who they want to be. And if that's who they want to be, Eight of Swords, if they're stuck in that energy, you don't want to be stuck in that energy with them. Hello, Ada. How are you doing? Hey, Key Controller. What's going on? Four of Swords in the reverse, Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Just because you choose to remain stuck in the same patterns doesn't mean that I should have to sit here and go through that. So I'm going to choose to work on the things that I need to. And apparently one of those things is moving away from your energy that is stuck in a cycle. All right, this is the Fairy Lenormand. Thank you, Darnell. I hope you have safe travels, Ada. So we have the ring number 25, indicating some committed relationship or serious commitment. And with number 22, or the paths, we have somebody who's making a decision. I don't know if I want to remain in this connection with you because I don't feel like you take it seriously. Number 12, the birds, communication. Oh. So another complication here could be that the magician made this choice, but didn't come clean, didn't tell the truth about what had happened. So you let me down, you broke that promise, but then you also didn't tell me what happened. I had to hear it from somebody else. Kind of brutal. Or see it on the social medias. This is the Gilded Reverie. Hello, Khalil. How are you doing? Hello, Taryn. International Fairy Day. I like it. I'm glad I chose the Fairy Lenormand. We've got the man with a shirt, number 28. The bear, number 15, and the clouds, number 6. I think there's a witness who has morals that are a bit more impressive than the magician, and this person cleared up some of the details pertaining to the decision that was made where a promise was broken. So this could be a close friend. This could be somebody that is friends with both of you, works with you. But there's an issue here in terms of where somebody said they were going to be and where they are now, or where they claimed that the details changed. There's things that don't line up, because whenever you're lying about something and maybe you're doing so with a little bit of anxiety, you can mess up. But this is the woman without a shirt. I know, I covered her up. But this is why I say man with a shirt or woman with a shirt, because there's the opposite for each of the genders. And then we have the clock. I know, so many jokes. This is, I think about when somebody was where, or when they said they were supposed to be somewhere, were they really? And a contradiction with somebody else's stories, or maybe like Instagram stories, something on social media. Labyrinth or Labyrinth, number 43, and the tree, number 5. Yeah. You see that you are stuck in a loop with this person because they don't want to work on their issues. They want to keep repeating these patterns, hence the labyrinth. But you've already been working on your stuff. So you're just kind of like, it's like you're packed and ready to go to the airport for your vacation that you've been planning for weeks. And this person slept through their alarm. I guess we could make comparisons to like Home Alone. But I think it's more so this person knew they had to be ready for something, or they had to do something to be, taken seriously. And then they didn't do that thing. So logically speaking, they should have known, right? All right, this is the Golden Girls. Damn it. Always be dropping stuff, you guys. All right. King of Wands in the reverse. Hanged Man. So yeah, somebody who was in a situation where they should have known what was going on or what they needed to do. They were going back and forth. Oh, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do what I know I'm supposed to? Or should I do it for the plot? I don't know, you guys. A little bit of immature energy. 3 of Cups in the reverse. So there's some bad influence in a friendship or like coworker community. 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Temperance in the reverse. But this going along with it kind of energy, or I don't know if I really want to change, has pushed the Queen of Swords to feel like it's just not something worth their time. Hey, Tiana, how are you doing? 8 of Swords in the reverse. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, so the person who broke their promise to you, they broke their promise to you because they were just kind of like going along with the crowd, or because they, didn't really take it seriously that maybe you would actually leave if they broke your promise or their promise. Now they're all like uppity because you're not here for it anymore, because you're fed up, because you're over it. Justice, Ace of Wands. Oh. How do I say this? I really need to just the things I would say if I didn't have to worry about advertisers, y'all. You have lost that love and feeling. Ace of Wands is in the reverse. Sometimes the Ace of Wands is a phallic card. You are not attracted to this person anymore. Look, if I don't respect you, I probably don't want to see you naked. Just saying. I think you lost respect for this person. So now you're just kind of like, no, I don't want to touch you. Ew. King of Swords in the reverse. You don't respect this person. They lied to you. They broke their promise. You feel like this is the... Is it Boys to Men that did End of the Road? That one. Two Cups, the world. You feel like you deserve real love. So if that means you have to... I'm searching for a real love. What is that? Is that also 90s? Tell me that's in the 90s too. This is like, I deserve better, and you made me a promise, and you didn't really think it was that important. So I guess that means I'm not important to you, and I deserve to be with somebody who considers me to be important. So I think you're like, how about toodles? But like in a mean way. Yes, that's it. So we have retreat. You're like, yeah, I'm not interested. Why? Because you don't treat me like you love me. I think that's a pretty solid reason, right? And then we have engagement. There's an awareness that you have that you are at a good place in your life, or things are falling into place for you. And you deserve to have somebody that sees your worth or your value and treats you the way that you deserve to be treated. This person can't hang, then they can't like be with you if they're not gonna keep those promises. So I guess they just didn't really expect you to stand on business, but here you are. Hello, Rainbow Warrior. Oh, sorry, I'm about to leave, but don't worry, I'll be back. I love you all. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and thanks to the members. Toodles.